tell at this stage, you know, the rain may play a little bit into it. I'm here because it's one of the drier seats in the house.
Oh, thanks. I thought it was because of my company.
But I think Sarah will sit in for a while and too hard, with the 1500 being her main focus. But, you know, she's a class above everybody in this field, over 1500, over 800. So I can't see anybody beating her.
Yes, I mean, we've got the stats slightly wrong because Alessia Szabo is wearing the blue background bib, which suggests that she's the European leader. That's not correct because Sarah Healy has run 9:10:43, and she's in fact around 18 seconds quicker than the best in the field, as Sonia was saying.
But there is a reason for that, because Szabo ran outdoors and Sarah's time is from indoors in February this year in Dublin.
Still a flat track.
It
still should be on the European rankings, to be honest. We don't, just like with indoor marks, they are valid outdoors above 400 meters. So we'll just wait for the gun to go, and I'll give you the full lineup. So we've got Zatko of Hungary, Pirik of Netherlands, Alexander, Charlotte Alexander of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Mork of Norway, Frizel, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, the second Brit in the field, Klein of Germany, Kalkan, Turkey, Janssen, Netherlands, Andrusovic of Croatia, Vortmeyer, Germany, Szabo, who we've seen a little bit of from France, Lemos, Portugal, Kukulamesco of Finland, the aforementioned Sarah Healy of Ireland, Spyrou of Greece, and Reich of Austria. So those are the 16 women, and it's Szabo who quickly goes to the front to take the lead.
It's good to see that they're not setting off extra slow. I think to spread it out a little bit, you know, it's never nice to run when the pack gets too crowded and running on top of each other. And, you know, I think Szabo, she probably came into this race thinking, you know, that she was going to be the leading time. And then when Sarah decided to sign up, I'd imagine she's thinking, well, I'm not going to just hand it to her on a plate. So I'm going to get out here and run the best I can and, you know, make it hard.
We've got Charlotte Alexander of Great Britain, British middle and long distance running, doing very well at the under 18 and under 20 levels. It looks as though the Dutch runner for a moment just slipped in these difficult conditions, Sarah Pirik. So we're just...
The first lap looked about 72 seconds, which would be 9-minute pace, which would be pretty fast. And the championship record is 9:23 from the 2016 in Tipsley. So, you know, they could approach that tonight.
So the rain's still coming down, but it'll bother them a lot less, the long-distance runners, compared to, let's say, the long jumpers.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look nice when the long jumpers get up out of that sand and the sand is all sticking to them. And the sprinters, I don't think they like it too much either. I mean, the one thing is it's warm rain. It's not cold here at all. And if anything, I suppose it's a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. So they will be happy enough with that for the distance running.
Yes, for the distance disciplines yesterday, we had water stations out there, even though the distances were not that long by comparison with many senior events, but no need for any water stations tonight. So it's still Szabo of France, Alessia Szabo, leading the way at the moment, Charlotte Alexander and Karina Reich on the inside for Austria. Sarah Healy well placed at the moment. Is this how you'd run the race?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's in a good position there. She's keeping out of trouble. I think these girls are trying their hardest. You know, they're running the race, you know, to their strengths, to get out there and to get a medal and to, you know, make it as difficult as possible for Sarah, because, you know, she's unbeatable if it comes down to a last lap.
We'll just take stock of what the 1K time is as they go through the finishing line. 3:08:02.
So that's right around championship record pace, you know, if you had taken that they would run a faster last lap. So it's a steady enough pace. It's faster than all of these girls' personal bests.
Well, indeed, we're going to probably see a spate of personal bests if it carries on like this. Sarah Healy, the one class act, as Sonia was describing. Szabo, 9:28:37, her personal best, having run that on home soil in France about a month ago. I mean, really, can you give us a bit of background on Sarah Healy? I mean, she's going to be probably one of the stars of these championships if she fulfills all the expectations and takes 2 gold medals. What do you know about her?
Well, really, I just started paying attention to her this year. You know, she has been unbeatable this year, you know, from indoors, running 9:10, winning the national senior championships. And then once she stepped outside, she just kept breaking her personal best, ran 4:8 to 4:16, broke championship record at the Irish Schools Championships, and then, you know, got into some pretty competitive races where she was able to run 4:09, finishing 11th in a very competitive race, and then again 2:02 in the 800 metres at the Belfast International. But, you know, it looks like they're slowing down here now. Zarbo is the only one who's really going with any intent, I think, in this race. She's really out there determined to run the best that she can and to get the best result, you know, that she can walk off the track happy with.
Well, Healy covering all the moves. The bit of distance opening up between Zarbo and Healy just now going around the outside of Reich, the Austrian.
Just about halfway there in 4:40, so that would be, you know, still 9:20-ish pace.
Well, it's still a very good pace.
Zarbo, she looks very relaxed, and she's just blowing a little bit there now, but she does look like she's gone out. And, you know, it can, oftentimes to run a steady pace is easier than to change pace in a race.
And what Zarbo has done is she's strung out the field. I mean, there's now quite a big gap between the leading 7 and then the rest of the field, and they're all in single file around the track. So Zarbo really laying down the gauntlet here, and well, there's a number of the girls who've been following her, and there's also the Turk in there who's running very well at the moment. Kalkan running a long way inside her personal best at the moment. So too Karina Reich. Both of these runners, Reich and Kalkan, just inside 9:40 personal best coming here to GYOR. But at the moment it's Zarbo and Sarah Healy with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, no, she's just not able to break the gap on Sarah, and I think, you know, that's what she's trying to do, because Sarah, she's not run a 3,000 metres since February this year, so when you're concentrating on 800 and 1,500, you know, the extra laps, you know, you can lose concentration, but I think she is now within the kind of zone where she's in control, and, you know, you get down there to 2 laps to go, just got to stay relaxed and just telling yourself to keep hanging in there and just, you know, stay where she is right now.
Well, behind the leading pair of Zarbo and Sarah Healy, we've seen Lynn-Lara Klein of Germany move up onto the shoulder of Kalkan. Let's just talk about it being potentially the battle for the bronze medal. Zarbo and Healy still, though, looking very, very relaxed. And as Sonia was saying, a few of the girls behind are blowing quite hard now.
But it was 6:20 at 2K, so they slowed quite a bit there in the second kilometre. So Sarah now is just taking it on, because, you know, sometimes you just got to keep going. You know, you don't want to be just sitting waiting, and it's probably easier to just push on and continue with the momentum that you're in. And, you know, she just looks very relaxed, and, you know, it'd be easier for her if she doesn't have to sprint too hard tonight.
Well, here she is with 800 metres to go, and really now stringing it out. I think really that little bit of acceleration which has put daylight between her and Zarbo and effectively the rest of the field. Alessia Zarbo now must really be wondering what she can do to reel in Sarah Healy, if indeed she can do anything at all.
Well, I think at this point she'd be trying to hang on and, you know, get the best possible silver or bronze medal here, because she did do all the early work early on. She spread the race out, breaks it down, you know, where you're running against 2 or 3 people rather than running against the whole field over the final lap. She still looks pretty relaxed, but her personal best for 1,500 is 4:28. But the other girls are not much faster. In fact, the only faster girl is Frizzell from Great Britain, and I don't think she's up there at all, is she?
No, Frizzell's not in the field. They've sent two other runners. So, well, just looking now, I mean, Zarbo now starting to look very leaden indeed. We're just looking down the field now. Well, here we go. Sarah Healy coming through to hear the bell. 8:07.39, and behind her, well, Zarbo in second place, but starting to look very tired. Kalkan the Turk on the shoulder, and also Klein up there as well. And then a long way back to the Dutch runner Perek. So it looks as though Sarah Healy well on the way to a gold medal. 30-40 metres between her and the chasing trio who will be battling for silver and bronze. Kalkan now as you can see on the long shot, has got around Szabo. The Turk now, with 200 metres to go, is in the silver medal position. Szabo just hanging on. Klein starting to slip back. Now 2 or 3 metres between her and the two girls in front of her, but rounding the bend for the very last time. 150 metres to go. Now just a little more than 100 metres to go. Sarah Healy looking as though she's well on the way to gold. Just going to finish probably just outside her personal best, but a fine run indeed from the Irish woman, who really ran a very, very tactically astute race, followed the early pace of Alessia Szabo, and then with just over 800 metres to go, hit the front. Gold goes to Ireland. Sarah Healy, unofficially 9:18.07.
The championship record as well, by 5 seconds. I mean, there was never any doubt that she wasn't going to win that race. It was absolutely fantastic. You know, she just stuck to her plan perfectly and, you know, played to her strengths as well.
And a bit left in the tank for the 1500 metres.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, I think the 1500, you know, that was going to be easy enough for her, but I think the only challenge she would have at this championship is if she was to try and do the 800.
Well, while the rest of the girls are collapsing to the track, Sarah Healy goes over to one of our colleagues from the Irish Athletics Federation, Phelan Kelly, grabs the Irish flag. Well, Ireland had a win back in Tbilisi with Gina Akpa-Moses in the 100 metres. They're extending their range here. Really, Ireland often punches above its weight, considering it's a country of 5 million people.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very big night for us tonight, you know, to have Sarah out there in the 3000. That was kind of a bit of a surprise to a lot of people that she was going to come and run here tonight. But, you know, sometimes when you look through a field and you see that you're so much more dominant, then you have to go out there and do it. And she doesn't have to run again now until Sunday. She's got a big rest tomorrow. We've got Patience Jumbo Gula coming up later on in the 100 metres, which is pretty exciting. She's one of the favourites there.
Well, let's just have a quick look at a recap of that race. As always, we get a nice little 20-second resume of what happened on the track. Well, that's how Sarah Healy won her gold medal